What is up, Gunplum Modelers? This is Strider Prime, bringing you a new edition of Gundam Models. And today I'm going to build this kit. The 1/100 scale, no-grade, Graze Standard type, Commander type, from the Iron Blood Orphans animated series. Yeah, this was the second 1/100 scale kit that Bandai released right after Barbatos. And it was basically the second unit, the actual mobile suit that the Barbatos faced off on Mars. Now I have to admit, it's a very, very unique and I think very, very robust looking grunt suit that we haven't seen in a very long time. I mean, I say this in a very long time because even though before IBO, we were saturated with, of course, a lot of Universal Sentries and Build Fighter series, and we were kind of knew where, you know, the heritage of the Zaku, you know, went up the technological tree. Excuse me if I said it wrong. Technological tree. And we knew where it went, you know, during the series, but we haven't had any type of grunt suits that looked as great as this. I mean, before IBO there was Age, and the Garfan was not my favorite mobile suit at all. It had no, it was weird, and I'm glad they never made a 1/100 scale version of that. I'm not even going to touch with Reconquista because that was after IBO, and I think the last good-looking grunt suit that we kind of said, okay, that actually was really nice, happens to be the Zaku Warrior from Gundam Seed. Yeah, I know, Double O Gundam, we had the Terran and the Flag, but this gives it a really good look to it in regards to performance and in bulkiness and strength. It is the best grunt suit from the series that I liked. I always been a big fan of it, especially it's I think the next version of it, which was the Graze Ritter, which would have been nice if they would have made a Graze Ritter 1/100 scale. I mean, hey, P Bandai, maybe you should listen. But enough about gushing over this mobile suit. I got this kit a year ago. Was it a year ago? I think it was. From Hobby Link Japan when they had their sale. I got it for like less than 20 bucks. And I had some ideas for this kit. I had some ideas that I don't know if I will actually pursue it. It actually involves a 1/100 scale Master Grade Wing Zero Custom that I purchased the kit at Barnes & Noble when it was on sale, when they had the clearance sale. But then I forgot that I also had it built, and I never painted. I put it in storage, and it was just put away. And in my recent move of moving things around here and there, I found it, and I said to myself, this is actually, I could probably cut this kit. Sadly, I'm not going to do that now, because to tell you the truth, I don't have time for that. I mean, in regards to my shit that I'm going through right now. But today I'm going to start working on this kit, just building it to see how it looks overall. But that doesn't mean I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm actually going to clean it up, sand it down, smooth it out, take it out, and then, of course, assemble it, with the possibility of painting it down the road. This is not going to be a painted build, that's why it's not a Gundam Custom. But I will somewhat prep it for future builds. So this one, give you guys a heads up on that this kit will be painted down the road. I just don't know when, but it will. So the box art looks really nice, of course. Very cool design of the mobile suit. I always did like this gun, and I believe I have this gun, but maybe a little different from the Graze Goosey and Rebake, I think it was. I don't know if I have the hammer. I think I have that axe. Not hammer, excuse me. I think I have that axe somewhere from another kit. I don't know. But, yeah, take a look at how cool this is. I really like this overall design. And I think the one thing I really like about the IBO line is that of the inner frame. that this was like a test bed for some ideas where, okay, we're going to make an inner frame on a kit that's not even a master grade. And surprisingly, it works. It really does. Plus, this kit comes with some option parts, so you can put it on your Barbatos for the shoulder and the forearm. Whether I'm definitely not going to do something like that. This is probably going to be parts used for something else. Let's review this for a second. We have the manual here. Let's put that to the side. Alright, so we have the charcoal parts. And this charcoal part is a little more darker than this one. We have the plate that represents the head, body, waist. So that's that little fin thing in the back. Shoulders, legs. I like the leg design, it's really nice. We got some polycaps here, some umbilical cords there. We have the stickers, and you only have a few stickers here, and I think the one that's going to focus most is going to be the mono eye sensor pod, which I'm not a big fan of it. We have some green parts for the feet, purple parts for the gun, white parts for the parts that it's not going to be used because there's no white parts on this kit either, or almost, you know. Then we have more charcoal parts. There's the inside of the fin of the binder type thruster. It's really good design there. And then here is the other green parts, followed by this weird side part on it for the Barbatos. And of course, like I said, it can be mixed and matched and put on the Barbatos itself. I remember when they were promoting this, they were suggesting, you know, part swapping type techniques, and I think we've seen that on the high grade kits. It would have been nice to see more of the other kits as 1/100 scale, and then try that on them as well. But we never got around to, you know, showing that. Or, you know, maybe the popularity of making 100 scales wasn't there in the cards. Many people just rather have a one high grade. Let's get the manual for a second. And this manual came out at the time when it's not all in English, so all of it is in Japanese. But it's good detail here and all information, of course. Here are all the parts, and a few polycaps are not required, so this is just something to remember, that this, you're going to utilize everything here. You have the assembly of the inner frame, starting from the main body of the torso, going all the way down to the head, you know, all the way down. Then you have the head assembly, and then the arm assembly right there, waist, foot, then the entire leg structure there, both left and right leg. On the next page, once the kit is assembled, you can begin putting on the armored parts, the head unit parts, the shoulder armor and arm armor parts, the assembly of the leg, both left and right, the backpack binder type thing, which has features to put both in the bottom or the top. I believe somebody bought two of these kits and got just for this, so they put the binders in the bottom part of the backpack and the top part of the backpack. And then the weapons is the machine gun type weapon, and then the axe itself. And then how to position it and put it on a base stand, how to open up certain parts to expose some things. You have the gimmick of the head opening up and the sensor comes out. How to disassemble, how to take apart the Barbatos and put on the armored parts that come, you know, the shoulder armor and whatnot to go on this. And then we have the actual kit itself in action with all the colors. The colors, of course, is obviously an olive green. That has to be a dark green right there. But then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shades of charcoal. That's, okay. You have a turquoise color. I think that has to go with that little notch there, right there. And then the color parts for the actual extra armored parts. This will be a very, very interesting kit to build. And like I said before, I am not going to paint it. I will prep it. I will clean it up. I don't have my airbrush, I don't have my spray booth here for me to start spraying. This room is not well ventilated, so not something I can do. I can't just crack open a window. We got spray painting outside because air comes in and blows it inside. So, and I'm not going to go back and get my spray booth just to do this. But I will prepare it. I will prepare this for painting for near future, and maybe customization. But for now, let's stop talking and let's start building 1/100 scale Graze Standard type. So we're going to begin building the 1/100 scale Graze, starting with the torso, or the body frame as it's referred to, the inner frame. And I'm glad that this is a lot different than what I used to remember, because after building the Barbatos 3 times, almost the same inner frame, you get sick and tired of the same thing over and over. And actually, when I was reviewing each of these parts, it was a welcome sight to see the different techniques and the modulations of this. Obviously, there's 3 versions of this kit. I'm not going to get all those other 2. This one I'm okay with. The others I don't care, unless I see it on sale for whatever reason. Alright, so I'm going to put this poly cap here after putting these 2 parts together. There's a connector that goes here. And there. There we go. Alright, so we got that done. We get in that position. And then we will need this being like this. That goes there. Then we have a part here. You know what? I may have taken the wrong one because this thing is too big. Give me a second here. That is number 9. I pulled out number 6 by accident. There we go. Just pull it out and get it into the groove there, because there's a notch there. And close it up. Okay, it's pretty nice. I like that. Notch there for this, so that goes there. With the 2 notches, I believe 2 notches facing up or down. The manual doesn't say, but we could always pop it out later on. Yeah, I believe. Oh no. They're specific. Yes, because. Whoops. All right, so there's a notch that goes under the bottom. There's part of a connection. So the 2 notches here goes facing up. That there. And then we take the parts that make up the hydraulics. Pretty tight. I like that. I was just trying to figure out where the detail begins and where it ends. But that goes there. That goes here. And then there's a connector here. That goes right there. Oh, interesting. I thought it was going to be something that's actually going to be stuck in there, like held in. Okay. Let's turn that around a bit. I'm sorry if you guys weren't seeing that part. That's a bit. Hold on, we gotta take that out. Oh no, it's already in there. Jesus. Okay. There we go. Just get it in there, make sure it's all. Alright, that's cool. That's cool. Okay. With that, oh, this is the other part here. That's good. Very good. Two detailed parts here, and this is the one I was referring to, so that one connects to this. Like so. That one connects to that, like so. Huh. Pretty nice. It doesn't pivot or turn, it only goes up and down, so unlike the Barbatos that has that feature, this one's just basically going up and down like that, forward or backs. Then we have this part here. I think that one goes like that. Come on, get in there. Alright, so that's in there. I don't know how I'm going to take it out, but I may have to end up pulling it out if I have to paint it separate in the future. And then we have this part that goes right here. Okay, that's nice. I thought I had this out for a reason. So those are not required. My apologies. As for this, alright, so that goes like this. No, just looking at the orientation. So that goes like this. And this. Okay. So little poly cap goes here, but I think we have to stick it up here, right? And then big poly cap goes to the side. I hope I got this right. Yep, I did. Alright. Get in there. Okay. And then we just take these two, put one here. Oop, that came out. And then the other one here. There we go. Alright, so the inner frame of the Graze's upper torso is complete. Yeah, looks pretty cool. Let's now move on to the next part of the build.